Plato, born in Athens around 428 BC, was a philosopher whose influence has endured for over 2 millennia. He stands as a giant in the history of thought, a towering figure whose ideas have shaped the very foundation of Western philosophy. His ideas, preserved largely through dialogues featuring his mentor Socrates, have been studied, debated, and revered by scholars throughout the ages. These dialogues not only capture the essence of Socratic questioning, but also delve into profound philosophical inquiries that have resonated through centuries, shaping Western philosophy, science, and culture. While his aristocratic background placed him in a position of privilege, it also provided him with the resources and education to explore the depths of human thought. Plato dedicated his life to the pursuit of wisdom and the betterment of society. He founded the Academy, one of the earliest institutions of higher learning in the Western world, where he taught and inspired future generations of thinkers. Plato's philosophy addressed fundamental questions about knowledge, reality, justice, and the human condition. His works, such as The Republic, explore the nature of justice and the ideal state, offering insights that continue to be relevant today. His ideas continue to provoke and inspire, offering a framework for understanding ourselves and the world around us. From the nature of reality to the pursuit of virtue, Plato's thoughts challenge us to think deeply and critically. Offering a framework for understanding ourselves and the world around us, his philosophy encourages us to seek truth and wisdom in our own lives. In an ever-changing world, Plato's insights into human nature, ethics, and the pursuit of truth remain strikingly relevant. His legacy endures, reminding us of the timeless quest for knowledge and the enduring power of philosophical inquiry. Central to Plato's philosophy is the theory of forms. This theory is one of the most profound and influential ideas in Western philosophy. Plato, a student of Socrates and the teacher of Aristotle, developed this concept to explain the nature of reality and knowledge. He believed that beyond the physical world that we see and touch, there exists a higher realm of truth and perfection. This theory posits that the physical world we perceive with our senses is just a shadow of a higher, truer reality. Plato used the famous allegory of the cave to illustrate this idea. In this allegory, prisoners are chained inside a dark cave, only able to see shadows cast on the wall by objects behind them. These shadows represent the distorted perceptions of the physical world. Plato argued that for every concept like beauty, justice, or a chair, there exists a perfect, eternal, and unchanging form in a realm beyond our own. These forms are the true essence of things. And what we see in the physical world are merely imperfect copies. For instance, the chair you sit on is just an imperfect representation of the ideal form of a chair. These forms, according to Plato, are the ultimate source of truth and knowledge. Philosophers, through reason and intellect, can access these forms and gain true understanding. This pursuit of knowledge and truth is what Plato believed to be the highest goal of human life. The objects and experiences in our physical world are mere imperfect copies of these ideal forms. Imagine a beautiful sunset. While it may seem perfect, it is just a fleeting reflection of the eternal form of beauty. The true form of beauty is unchanging and exists beyond our sensory experiences. Plato would argue that its beauty is a fleeting reflection of the eternal form of beauty itself. By understanding the theory of forms, we can begin to grasp the deeper truths of existence and the nature of reality, moving beyond the shadows of our limited perceptions. To illustrate his theory of forms, Plato presented the famous allegory of the cave. This allegory is one of the most profound and enduring metaphors in Western philosophy. Imagine a group of prisoners who have been chained inside a dark cave since birth. They are positioned in such a way that they can only see the wall in front of them. In this allegory, prisoners are chained inside a cave, their entire lives spent facing a blank wall. They cannot turn their heads and have never seen the outside world. Behind them there is a fire, and between the fire and the prisoners there is a parapet along which puppeteers can walk. The puppeteers who are behind the prisoners cast shadows on the wall of the cave. The prisoners watch these shadows, believing them to be the only reality. One day, one of the prisoners is freed and discovers the fire and the objects casting the shadows. He realizes that what he saw on the wall was not the real world. He is then dragged out of the cave into the sunlight. At first, the light is blinding, but gradually he becomes accustomed to it. He sees the sun, the source of true light, and understands that the shadows were mere illusions. Filled with this new knowledge, he returns to the cave to free the other prisoners. However, when he tries to explain the true reality to them, they find his story unbelievable and resist his attempts to free them. They are so accustomed to their limited perception that they cannot comprehend the existence of a broader reality. Plato's philosophical inquiry is extended to the realm of politics and ethics. In his seminal work, The Republic, Plato outlines his vision of an ideal society, one ruled by philosopher-kings. These rulers, having dedicated their lives to the pursuit of wisdom and truth, would be best equipped to govern justly and wisely. Plato believed that justice in society was analogous to justice within the individual soul. He argued for a harmonious balance between the three parts of the soul: reason, spirit, and appetite. Just as reason should govern the individual, so too should philosopher-kings, guided by reason, govern society. Section 5. Aristotle, student and dissenter. Plato's profound influence extended to his most famous student, Aristotle. While deeply influenced by his teacher, Aristotle developed his own distinct philosophical system, often diverging from Plato's idealism. Aristotle's emphasis on empirical observation and the study of the natural world laid the groundwork for the scientific method. Despite their differences, Aristotle held immense respect for Plato, considering him the man I loved most. Their intellectual discourse, captured in their writings, shaped the course of Western thought, sparking centuries of debate and exploration. Section 6. The enduring ripple. Plato's influence on Christianity. Plato's influence transcended the realm of philosophy, leaving an indelible mark on the development of Western religion, particularly Christianity. Early Christian thinkers, grappling with the relationship between the spiritual and the material, found resonance in Plato's theory of forms. The concept of a transcendent God and an eternal soul found a philosophical framework in Plato's ideas. The allegory of the cave was reinterpreted, with the cave representing the limitations of earthly existence and the escape symbolizing spiritual enlightenment through faith. Section 7. The scientific method rooted in Plato's thinking. While Plato himself was not a scientist in the modern sense, his emphasis on reason, logic, and the pursuit of universal truths laid the groundwork for the scientific method. The quest to uncover the underlying order and principles governing the universe, a pursuit central to science, echoes Plato's search for the eternal forms. The scientific method, with its emphasis on observation, hypothesis formation, and experimentation, owes a debt to the tradition of rational inquiry championed by Plato. His belief in the power of reason to understand the world continues to inspire scientific exploration. Section 8. A timeless dialogue. Plato's relevance today. In a world often characterized by rapid change and uncertainty, Plato's ideas remain strikingly relevant. His emphasis on critical thinking, ethical leadership, and the pursuit of truth offers a timeless compass for navigating the complexities of modern life. Plato's dialogues, with their focus on fundamental questions about justice, morality, and the human condition, continue to spark debate and reflection. His insights into the power of education, the importance of virtue, and the dangers of unchecked power hold enduring lessons for individuals and societies alike. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring legacy of Plato. Plato's legacy is not a static monument, but a vibrant conversation that continues to shape Western thought. His ideas, challenging, inspiring, and enduring, invite us to question our assumptions, strive for wisdom, and seek truth beyond the shadows of the cave. As we grapple with complex ethical dilemmas, political challenges, and the ever-evolving relationship between humanity and technology, Plato's voice, though millennia old, remains a vital source of wisdom and guidance. His legacy is a testament to the enduring power of ideas to shape our understanding of ourselves and the world we inhabit.